Hello and welcome to my very first YouTube video. If you didn't already know, my name is Shona and I'm the owner of my small business, Bonnie Bobbin, which is a little handmade sewing business. I make things like book sleeves, makeup bags, tote bags, little zipper wallets, wristlets, and just various different accessories like that. I'm off to Rejects today, so I thought I would take you along so you can see what it looks like. It's my favourite place to go for fabric, and I also like to get my elastic there for scrunches. So here's the fabric I got from Rejects today. So I got a fat quarter of this one, which is these cute little bees. And I got another fat quarter of these sort of like rainbow sort of chevrons, which I really like that one. And then I got two of these ones. These are also fat quarters. These were actually new in apparently this week. I've got a similar one, but it's a darker colour. I think it's maybe like a navy blue or something, but I really love this one. I thought these two go quite nice together as well. And then from like the sort of clearance off-cut bit, I got this fleece. This one is like March. She said it was just from the cardboard, but that's fine, so I'll wash it anyway. And then this was only £2, and I've never actually done anything with fleece before, but I thought it was good for trying it out, and it's really soft. And then I got this tartan one, and that is 150 by 50 centimetres. And then on the way out, there's like a textiles department with like curtains and rugs and stuff. And we noticed in there that they've also got like a, I don't know if it's clearance, it's just like, I guess like leftovers, or like they've got like a offcuts bit of curtains and stuff. So I got this, which is just plain white, but it's nice and it's not like really thick, but it's thicker than like a normal poly cotton that we'd use for a lining. It was £3.25 for 1.3 metres, and I thought this would be good for either linings or even just for practicing. So yeah, I picked it up. And then I got 2 metres of this sort of lace trim, because I want to try putting that in beside the zip and just make it look a bit different. I've never actually used anything like this before, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks. Today is Monday the 1st of December, and the first thing I need to do today is go to IKEA and pick up a click and collect order. So that's IKEA done, and now I'm going to run into Costco, because that's right next to IKEA, to pick up a couple of things. So I've been back from IKEA and Costco for a little while now, and the first thing I'm going to do just now is actually tidy up my craft room, because I recently moved some stuff around and now there's just stuff where it shouldn't be, so I need to sort that out. Like there's a corner over there that's kind of, when I'm cutting fabric, the scraps just sort of go to the side, so I need to sort that. And then the next thing I want to do is, I've been trying to do a different technique for making these boxy makeup bags. The way you box the corners, the way I currently do it is quite time consuming. So I've been doing it a different way that's a lot quicker, but I just need to try and perfect it a little bit, because this is one I made before. So this side is wider than this side. So I think I've maybe just pulled these ones in, like I think I've pulled the narrow side in too much. So I'm going to try that, but I also want to try using this light that I got from Rejects yesterday, and I want to put it like along the zip so it looked like that. So once I've tidied up, I am going to attempt to make one of these, and then we'll see how it looks. So I've just finished tidying up, and that's much better. I don't know about anybody else, but I just can't work at all when it's like really messy and cluttered and stuff. I just went downstairs to go and get a drink, and the post has, oh, probably shouldn't show that. And the post has been, so I am going to open this. It's from NYX Charming Creations. It was like really like just shoved in the letterbox, and it was like all bashed and stuff, so hopefully it's all good inside. This looks like a little, oh yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a little freebie sticker. It says free gift on it. It's really cute. So a little sticker. And then this is what I ordered. I just open it up and show. I kind of cut it a little bit when I was cutting the envelope. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to use this to, so it's a little pen that Nicola makes. I'm going to use this to write all my Christmas cards. I love it. So that was from, as I said, NYX Charming Creations. I'm now going to get on with trying out the makeup bag, see how this looks doing it the different method and with the lace trim along the zip. So I'm going to get all the fabric all cut. I was just clearing away the rubbish from opening my package from Nicola, and then behind the thank you card I just noticed this as well, which I love. So that's going to go up on my wall. So that's me ready to start sewing. I'm going to do the quilted lines on them first, and whilst I'm sewing, I'm watching the Packed and Posted podcast whilst I'm sewing just now. I love watching this, it's really good. So I've got the two outer pieces quilted now. So those are ready, and now I'm going to start to assemble it. I'm not quite sure how this goes on. I think I've got an idea, so I've never actually used it, and I've not looked up any like tutorials on how to work it, but I think it should be, so normally the zip would go here, like this. And I think this needs to be under the zip. So I'm going to clip it on here. This is quite sort of curly, it keeps trying to curl up, so I'm hoping that, I'm kind of pulling it straight, which I'm hoping is the right thing to do. And I'm going to put the zip on as usual on top of that. The lining goes on top of the zip. That's for the other side. I'm wondering if I should have tacked on the lace trim part first rather than, okay, hang on, that is not lined up. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should have put the, like, sewn on the trim first before doing this, but I don't know. I'm going to try it this way. I'm committed now. Okay, I'm going to stitch that together. Oh, I put the foot on back to front. There we go. Let's see how this looks. Make sure it's all attached. Ah, okay, it's definitely attached, but it's got caught a little bit. It's pulled up here. I don't know if I can unpick that. But other than that, it's looking really cute. me see if I can unpick this part. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave that. This one is a practice anyway, so I think if I unpick it, it's just going to make it worse than what it is. It's, at least I know that's how it goes. I'm going to do the top stitch down here and then do the other side. So that's the two sides done. It's looking quite cute. On this side, I'm actually going to sew this on first because I think that might make it easier. And then I'll do the, like, assemble it together. I do wonder if I should have used a wider trim, but we'll see once it's done, because some of the parts are quite small where it's pulled in, where it's been stitched. I'm now at the bit with doing the corners, so this is a bit that I find really fiddly, but if I can get it working this way, it's going to be a lot better. So let's do the first one. So this bit is fine. It's getting the lining over to match up that's really fiddly. I think that looks not too bad. When I sew this one up, I think once it's stitched together, I think it should be easier to do the other ones. That looks pretty straight, I think. I'm going to get the other ones done and then I'll show you how it looks. So I'm all done. I forgot to start filming when I flipped it out because I was actually watching the Packed and Posted podcast here, and I can't believe I just got a little shout out, so thank you so much. I love watching Millie and Chloe, so yeah, that was kind of exciting to get a little shout out there. But it worked, and I'm so happy. Like, I think this does need to be a little bit bigger. I think it's just like a tiny bit too small, but the method of, like, the different way of doing the corners has worked, and I'm really happy with that because it all looks really even as well, so I'm so happy. I'm definitely going to be doing it this way from now on, and I think I'm going to try and see if they've got a bigger trim just to make it a little bit wider, but I'm really happy. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of December. I didn't film anything yesterday because I was just putting up the Christmas tree and like the Christmas decorations and stuff, so I didn't film any of that. A bit earlier than I would normally put them up, but my surgery is on Friday and today I've got 3 orders to pack and I need to take my son to an appointment this afternoon, and then tomorrow I've got 2 appointments, so yesterday was pretty much the only chance to get the Christmas tree done before Friday. So I've got 3 orders to make and pack. I think I have to make all of them. Can't remember what they were for. So I've got a zipper wallet to make, a cat collar and a wristlet. I want to get them made before I leave this afternoon to take my son to his appointment, because then I can post them on the way. I got a new memory card for the camera because the one that's in it's quite small and it fills up really quickly. So I'm going to change it to this one shortly. And this arrived yesterday as well, so I thought we could open that. When I bought my sewing machine, it came with a free quilting kit, but the shop didn't have it like in the shop at the time, so they said that they would order it in and then post it out to me. And it arrived yesterday, so I've not opened it yet. I had to look inside just to make sure, but I think it's just a bunch of different feet for the sewing machine. I really hope there's a quilting guides bar because I've been holding off buying one, so I'm pretty sure it comes in this kit. So we'll get that opened shortly. Here's the Christmas tree. I used to have quite a tall one, but for some reason my cat doesn't like the tall one and he decides to attack it, so I get a smaller one and he doesn't bother with this one, he just leaves it on. So you can have the lights as the warm white, or you can change it to the colour lights. I think the colour lights look really nostalgic, like I really like the colour lights, but I think the warm just looks, I don't know, it just looks really nice. It's one of my favourite ones. My son made these when he was in school. And this is also one of my favourites. My mum gave me that on my very first Christmas as a mummy. I really love this Spencer Bear Nutcracker from Marks and Spencer's. I think it's so adorable. So I thought we'd open this, see what's that. I really hope there's the quilting guide bar. It's going to be very messy though because there's loads of this like shredded paper stuff. Just pop that straight in the bin. Ah, yeah, it's going everywhere already. So I've got this one, applique foot for horizontal rotary hook models. I don't know what that means, but probably never use that. Thread zigzag foot, a clear view quilting foot and guide set. Barn and foot open toe. And here's the one that I really wanted. Even feed foot with quilting guide. So I really want this quilting bar because it's much easier for doing the quilting lines, because then you don't have to draw them on, you just use the bar to measure out the distance you want them at. And that's it. So first I'm going to check if I've got any of the stuff already pre-made. I know I've not got the wristlet because I had the same order a few days ago and I had to make one then. So I'll make that. I'll check if I've got the wallet made already, and I might have the collar as well. So I've just checked all my stuff that's pre-made and I've already got one of the wallets made, so I don't have to do that. I just need to make the wristlet and the cat collar. So that's the wristlet prepared. I'm just going to change the thread in the machine and sew it up. There we go, that's that done. Now going to make the cat collar, so I need to get the fabric all measured and cut out. So I've got the cat collar prepared, like all ironed and everything. These are like so thin. Don't mind my nails either because I had to get my nails, like my acrylic nails, taken off because of my surgery, so I just painted them but they're all chipped already. I'm going to change the thread back to white and then get this sewn up. These are like really easy to make now on my new sewing machine. The ends are like really thin, and on my old sewing machine, like you had to be really careful because it would like pull the fabric in. I actually give the option to have, you can either have the bell or not have the bell. That was actually Emily's idea from Dainty Grace. She suggested that given the option of not having a bell because some cats don't like it. My cat doesn't wear a collar at all because he's just an indoor cat, but quite a few customers choose not to have the bell, so that was a great idea. Okay, I'm going to sew this little clip on. I'm actually going to close the window first because the recycling's getting heated and it's very loud. I just like to clip it all, just make sure it's all how it should be. And I'm just going to sew it up. So that's all done. I just need to trim off the loose threads now. There we go. So I'm now going to pack up the orders and then get the labels printed, and then that is plenty of time for being able to post them when I go out later, because I don't need to leave until about 2:15 and it's only 5 to 12 just now. So I'm just getting the labels printed for the packages. There we go, all packed and ready to be posted when I go out later. I've just updated my desktop background to this one. This is from Prints by Millie's Patreon. I think it's so cute. So my son's in an appointment, and normally I just sit here for like an hour scrolling on my phone or whatever, but I decided I'm going to be productive today. So because my surgery is on Friday, I'm trying to prepare as much as I can for things that I can do afterwards. It's going to be like really easy to do, so I've got some fabric pre-cut and things like that. And then one of the new things I'm making are these elasticated scrunchies. I've been using mine for a little while now to test them out, and they're really good. I really like using that. So I've got the fabric cut for those, and so one of the things I'm going to do just now is cut the elastic to size. So I've brought this with me, and a little bag to put them in, and I'm just going to get this all ready. I feel like I'm just, like I don't have much time left, because it's weird feeling. I feel like Friday's like, well, Friday's the surgery, so I feel like tomorrow's like my last day to do things. And then with sewing, like there's a lot of time spent standing up, or like standing, cutting fabric, measuring fabric, ironing fabric, and I don't know how I'm going to feel afterwards. I'm probably not going to be able to, I probably won't want to stand for too long. So I'm thinking if I prepare things, it means when I'm feeling a bit better, I can just go and sit and sew and everything's ready. Really paranoid sitting here like waving a pair of scissors around as well, but that's okay. They can see I'm actually like not wanting to go and stab something. I'm just sitting here cutting my elastic. And at least I remember to turn the mic on this time, because in the previous clips from today, when I was putting them on the PC, I realised I forgot to turn the mic on, so that's annoying. I've done that before as well. Like I seem to just, like I clip it on and forget that I need to switch the thing on. And the sound without the mic is still fine, so it's not like a huge issue. It's just I can tell a difference. Like it definitely sounds better with the mic on. Have I got enough for one more, I think? Yep. Okay, that's all the elastic I've got with me. So that's given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think I've got any more elastic of this width in the house, so I think I'll need to get some at some point. Might just have to go to Rejects again. Well, I definitely want to go to Rejects anyway, because the lace trim that I used on the makeup bags, I want to see if I can find like a wider one, because I think that might work better And Rejects is just the best place to go for that. But I don't think I'm going to have time before Friday because tomorrow, I think I already said, I've got 2 appointments tomorrow, and Rejects is like a 40-minute drive there, 40-minute drive back. So I don't think I'm going to have time. Although I am going to be right next to Hobbycraft tomorrow, so I might have a look in there, see what they've got. Just had my earrings taken out for tomorrow. Now my ears are like, they're so red and quite sore, but I couldn't get them out myself because they were only done in August, but my ears always take ages to heal. I've actually had my ears pierced loads, like I don't know how many times. Like my best friend and I would just, like when we were younger, we would go into town, and she might be watching this actually, when we were younger we'd go into town and then we'd just be like, do you want to go and get our ears pierced? And there's a shop called Joe Cool, and that's just where we'd go and get our ears pierced. But none of mine ever healed. But the last week or so, that was probably the best they've been looking, but I just had to get them taken out for surgery tomorrow. Not really got the trimming that I'm looking for. They're all a bit different. I do like this pink gingham though. That's quite nice. So I've just been to Hobbycraft, but it didn't really have what I was looking for, so I didn't get anything in there. That might be a first actually, going to Hobbycraft, not buy anything. I feel like I've got loads to do today before tomorrow. I think I need to go to Costco again actually, because I need to go and get my son's favourite chicken tenders, so I'm going to go there just now.